Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Colleagues, as we've been down here for this special session, we've talked a lot about the process of this endeavor and whether or not it's been conducted in a transparent and open manner. And I've been struck, not just during this session, but throughout the past year, by how far the majority has gone to create the appearance of fairness. And I say appearance because now we have the map, and we can juxtapose the end result with the words we heard all summer and into the fall. And the truth now is quite clear. You've been saying one thing, but doing another. You said we'd have an open and transparent process that would allow for actual citizen input. But what you did was hold a series of town halls months before any maps actually existed to discuss. And there were no town halls held in Cobb, DeKalb, Henry, Fayette, Clayton, Gwinnett, Newton, or Douglas counties, although each of those are disproportionately affected by this map. Even worse, this map was only made public a few days ago. You said you'd endeavor to preserve communities of interest and keep them together. But what you did was intentionally split counties with large minority populations, the same counties where no town halls were held, by the way. What you did was intentionally draw the black voters of southwest Cobb County in with the overwhelmingly white population of northeast Georgia, deliberately drowning out these black votes and these black voices. You said this map would be fair and honest. But what you did was intentionally target incumbent women and voters of color to dilute their power and silence their voices. All of the sound and fury around making this a fair and transparent process is tantamount to lipstick on a pig. What you did was completely redraw the two congressional districts that flipped from Republican to Democratic the last 4 years, the 6th and the 7th districts. And I want to focus on the 6th district because that's where nearly all of my constituents live. Out of all 14 of the current congressional districts, the 6th was the closest to ideal population size following the most recent census. That means it should have required the least amount of redrawing. In fact, all that it required was to shrink by 657 voters. But what you did was target 355,000 people in the 6th district, mostly people of color, pack them into nearby Democratic districts, and then replace them with 355,000 mostly white voters. The result is that this district that voted for President Joe Biden by 12 points in 2020 has become a district that voted for Donald Trump by 15 points. The 6th congressional district was the most competitive in this state, and the map offered by the Democratic caucus would have kept it that way. But this map makes your intent obvious: to legislatively draw and quarter Congresswoman Lucy McBath and scatter to the four winds all the black and brown voters that put her in office. A yes vote for this map amounts to race-based sorting, pure and simple, all for political power. You wanted more seats in Congress, and with this map, you'll have them. It's no wonder folks find it hard to trust anyone who wears this pin. The truth is, these maps are continuing the same experiment Georgia has been on for most of its history, the one that we continued in March by passing Senate Bill 202. Dilute and suppress the voices of black and brown Georgians to keep white people in power. It's egregious and it's shameful, and we all know it. The difference between the majority and minority positions here today is that we're willing to call this for what it is. The majority has the numbers. They have the votes. This map will pass. But this is why people have so little trust for us. This is why they use the word politician as a slur. This is the continuation of the unabashed self-dealing we've seen so much of lately. It's a continuation of the big lie, calling something fake, radical, or even un-American until the words have no meaning anymore. The Georgians who sent us here deserve better. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.